Have you ever had the strange feeling that you can see and sense things others simply can't? As if something deep inside you is pulsing. It's not your imagination. It's a calling. Some truths only arrive when you're ready to hear them. That's why this video isn't a coincidence. It's a revelation from the universe to those who already sense what lies beyond dimensions. Today, I'm going to reveal, in order of importance, the 3 most fundamental and unmistakable signs that not only are you a chosen one, but one of the rarest kinds, a multidimensional chosen one. And I have a surprise for you. I promised you 3 signs, but I've saved a 4th one for the end. One that's the most unmistakable and transformational of all. And if you already feel, before any confirmation, that your purpose involves multidimensional work, comment below. I joyfully embrace my multidimensionality. The first sign on our list is what I call sight beyond the matrix. You're not crazy. You're not weird. In truth, you're psychic. There are people in this world who are born with antennas more finely tuned than others, picking up signals from places most don't even believe exist. From early childhood or adolescence, they perceive spiritual beings in various environments, sometimes visually, sometimes not. They can even communicate with these beings mentally, hear thoughts no one said aloud, receive visions without warning, experience diverse forms of intuition, and have vivid prophetic dreams with remarkable frequency. They get chills in the presence of an unexplainable energy and feel other sensations most people find unusual. But this sensitivity isn't a weakness. It's the gift of having vision beyond the matrix. Those who carry this sign can sense what others ignore. The truth is, everyone has access to this, but the vast majority can't recognize it. This spiritual clarity is a core trait of multidimensional chosen ones. As a child, did you instinctively feel when a space was heavy? Did you ever ask your parents or guardians to leave somewhere without knowing why? Or notice someone smiling on the outside, while deep inside you just knew they were falling apart? Modern physics, or at least a branch of quantum physicists, has begun to admit and explore these phenomena, something that spiritual traditions have always known. The universe isn't made of matter alone. There is an invisible conscious energy field, what physicists call the quantum vacuum, present in all things, connecting everything and everyone. Time is not linear, and dimensions coexist like overlapping layers of reality. When a more evolved consciousness is born with greater resonance to this field, it becomes a kind of bridge between worlds. And those with this active bridge live crossing boundaries most people don't even know exist. You're not broken, and there's nothing wrong with you. You're simply operating within a system that doesn't understand your frequency, and even tries to keep you from understanding yourself. Imagine an eagle born among chickens. She feels the wind calling her wings, but the world around her only teaches her how to scratch the dirt. When you finally recognize the sky within you, everything changes, because you weren't born to fit in. You were born to remind everyone there's far more beyond the veil. But heightened sensitivity alone isn't enough. Multidimensional chosen ones go through what I call intense alchemical experience. No pain is a punishment. Pain is a gift. The lives of multidimensional chosen ones are often marked by negative experiences, so intense they feel disproportionate, sometimes even unfair, devastating losses, heartbreaks that leave deep scars, breaking points that demand more than any ordinary human seems capable of handling. But none of it is in vain. There is a spiritual reason behind every shakeup. People who carry this sign experience life like a violent emotional tide, whether across all areas or focused in just one. Family, health, relationships, or spirituality, intense suffering is common. But it comes to shape you. These pains are not punishments. They are catalysts. You are a living furnace, a soul called to transmute ancestral densities. Your wound is collective. But here's the key. Your healing is collective too. From centuries before Christ to well into the Middle Ages, brave men and women dedicated themselves to what became known as alchemy. Today, the Matrix tries to simplify or erase the spiritual depth of their work. The truth is, alchemists clearly documented the entire process of unifying the human being with the all. One of the central stages of this process is known as calcinatio, which gives rise to coagulatio. Let me explain. Calcinatio represents everything that causes frustration, anger, emotional chaos, or loss of control, forcing a person to look within, purify, and transform. It is the burning of raw material, illusions, excess, and conditioned identity. For Carl Jung, calcinatio acts as a purifier of the psyche, dissolving the ego and initiating the soul's transformation through coagulatio. In studying this ancient spiritual art, Jung said that coagulatio is the birth of a new form from the ashes. The soul passes through fire to crystallize its essence into something solid, living wisdom. This is the beginning of illumination, or, as the alchemists called it, the great alchemical work, the journey that leads a human being to attain the legendary Philosopher's Stone. It was never truly about turning lead into gold. The Philosopher's Stone is the power one achieves when unified with the all, becoming a conscious co-creator. Therefore, for multidimensional chosen ones, every discomfort, every friction, every pain is calcinatio in action, the fire required for the soul to stop being raw and begin its transformation into gold. If you're currently going through something that feels like it's breaking you apart, maybe it's because you came here to be reborn whole. And if you want your pain to have a transcendent purpose, comment, "I am on the path of the Philosopher's Stone." With that, we reach our third mark, one of the most important and rarest, but it won't be the last. Right after this, I'll share with you one final, revealing extra sign. Multidimensional chosen ones often carry a vibrational pattern, incompatible with the Matrix. Feeling out of place might seem like a flaw, until you realize it's actually part of your multidimensional purpose. Many chosen ones spend their lives wondering why they never seem to fit in. Like a fish out of water, existing on Earth can feel tight, artificial, out of rhythm. But that feeling isn't failure. It's a sign that your soul beats at a frequency that doesn't conform to the structure of the current human system. You wake up, and everything feels upside down, endless, rushing, noise, soulless goals, shallow relationships. Something inside you refuses to be programmed. Living a normal life feels like betraying your inner truth. You're drawn to things that go against the mainstream. Your habits are different. Your tastes are different. Your standards are different. That's why feeling unmotivated by hollow rules isn't laziness. It's coherence. You're simply not vibrating at the same frequency. And your discomfort is living proof that you came from a dimension more aligned with the all. According to the new science of consciousness, which blends modern neuroscience, psychology, and quantum mechanics, there exists what Ervin Laszlo called the Accashic Field, an elevated dimension of information where absolutely everything in the universe is recorded, past, present, and future. Some beings vibrate at such a refined frequency that they can access fragments of this field, and when that happens, they instantly feel that the reality around them is out of tune. It's like someone who's heard the original symphony being asked to dance to a broken melody. The discomfort is inevitable. But it's also the key to awakening. You're not lost in this world. You're here to redesign it. That sense of not belonging is actually the first step toward reconstructing a new collective vibration. But before you can transform the world, there's something you need to understand within yourself, because there's still one more sign, an extra sign, that reveals the true core of who you are. And it will show you that behind all these layers lives a consciousness far older than you might imagine. Our final sign is what we can describe as a simultaneous experience of multi-egos, dissociative identity disorder, bipolarity. The names vary, but what the system labels as a disorder may actually be a portal. Living with multiple selves inside you is terrifying for those who don't understand it. For outside observers, it might look like confusion, instability, even madness. But the truth is, this internal multiplicity isn't imbalance. It's spiritual complexity. And many chosen ones carry this sign. Some at subtle levels, never diagnosed. Others at extreme levels. But the majority live unaware that this is the signature of an expanded soul, one with direct connections to other dimensions. Some days you feel the wisdom of a sage, other days, the fire of a warrior. Sometimes the fearful human surfaces, and at other times it's the divine spark that emerges with power. There is within you a coexistence of forces that don't always walk in harmony, and this generates tension. But that tension is fertile ground for transformation. You are the crossroads of timelines, archetypes, and dimensions, a mirror of internal worlds in the process of merging. Modern spiritual science already acknowledges that consciousness can exist at multiple levels simultaneously. Your soul is not confined to a single timeline. It operates across many layers of reality at once. When those layers begin to converge within the same body, the mind tries to translate it through voices, moods, impulses, confusion. But that's not weakness. It's an expansion of access. And those who carry this sign must learn to integrate, not suppress. Sadly, due to lack of understanding and the belief system that the Matrix installs in multidimensional chosen ones, most people try to cure this ability by denying or avoiding it. You don't have to look far to see this conditioning. In cinema, a clear example is the movie Split. It attempts to portray this condition as monstrous. But the real danger doesn't lie in those who feel too much. It lies in those who try to silence what they feel. What you're living is not a flaw. It's a fusion in progress. True enlightenment begins when you stop trying to be just one and start conducting your internal system like a spiritual orchestra, a conductor of dimensions. I'm not saying it's easy. It never will be. But if you have this sign, it means you also have the capacity for mastery. The unification of your opposites is your key to walking through the portals. You didn't come here to choose between light and shadow. You came to remember that both are expressions of the same all. And when you understand that, all the other signs make sense, because only those who can see themselves as whole are capable of helping heal the world. That is your core, and it is older than any identity they ever tried to impose on you. If you've made it this far, something inside you has already begun to move, now that you've recognized the sight beyond the Matrix, understood your intense alchemical experience, embraced your vibrational pattern, incompatible with the Matrix, and integrated the simultaneous experience of multi-egos. There's no going back to sleep. These signs are not random. They are codes. And once activated, they awaken the memories of who you truly are. Memories that have been dormant beneath the veil of forgetting. The time for forgetting is over. The time for downplaying what you feel is over too. Now it's about remembering, owning, and walking in full awareness. Your mission is not to memorize an external truth. It's to reveal to the world the truth that has always pulsed inside you. If all of this spoke directly to the silence within you and your heart, comment, "I am a multidimensional chosen one." For everyone who leaves that phrase, I'll take a moment of meditation to intuitively choose which video you need most right now. Yes, that's right. I'll honor you for reaching the end by sending you a special video link guided by my intuition. And if this message felt like a reunion, know this: you are not alone. There is a community of beings just like you, souls in the process of ascension, gathering here to fulfill something greater. This channel is made by a chosen one, for chosen ones. Subscribe to this channel and join this tribe, walking toward its spiritual zenith. And remember, you are not here to find a purpose. You are the purpose, experiencing itself. Thank you for watching until the end. I hope to see you in the next video. A life of infinite possibilities awaits you.